Welcome to statistics class. This is our probability and probability distribution lesson. Our topic, random experiment. Let's consider the activity of rolling a die. Question number 1. What are the possible outcomes? We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. Can we repeat the activity? Yes. If I roll the die now, can you predict the exact number of dots that can be observed? No. So this is an example of random experiment. It is a process of drawing observations capable of repetition under the same conditions with well-defined possible outcomes. Take note of this, that although the possible outcomes are well-defined, the outcome of a particular trial is unpredictable. For example, in rolling a die, I know that there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible outcomes or faces or dots. But if I toss it, I will not know what particular number of dots or face that will show up. So this is an example of a random experiment. So let's define sample space. So it is a set or collection of all possible outcomes of a random experiment. It may either be finite or infinite. So elements of the sample space are referred to as a sample points. Just like in our previous example in rolling a die, we can have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces or dots, and the outcome, let's say for example 1, we can refer to as, or it's an example of a sample point. So in other words, elements of the sample space are referred to as a sample points. So let's have another example. So for an experiment in tossing one coin, so the possible sample space are head, or it could be a tail. Also, if I roll a die, you can see the dots in a certain side. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And if I toss two coins, in a first trial, I can have head, or in a second would be head, or I can have tail or tail, or I can have head and the first toes and the second toes will be tail, and then, or it could be tail on the first toes and then head on the second toe. So these are example of a random experiment, and this also the corresponding sample space. So in showing or presenting the sample space, you can have the list method, the chart method, or the tree diagram, but it could be further tackled in your probability subject. Now, let's also define an event. So it is a subset of a sample space. So it may either be simple or compound. So an event can be an outcome or more than one outcome. So for example, if a die is rolled and 6 shows, this result is called an outcome, and since it is a result of a single trial, so an event with one outcome is called simple event. So if I can have just one outcome, let's say 6, and then the event of getting an odd number, for example, in a die I can have the 1, 3, or 5. Then when a die is rolled, it is called a compound event since it consists of 3 outcomes or 3 simple events. So in general, a compound event consists of 2 or more outcomes or simple events. So that's the definition of an event, and another one is observing an element of an event indicates the occurrence of the event. So We all experience different events in life. It can be good or bad, but all those events in our world today, remember that the world is not without a ruler. The program of coming events is in the hands of the Lord. Take note of this. The coming events are in the hands of the Lord. See you in our next topic, probability. God bless you.